Morning, y'all. Today is Sunday, May 2nd. It got cold last night. It probably dropped down close to, I don't know, 35 or so. Colder than I expected to be, colder than the weather said it was going to be. I'm guessing because I'm down in a valley and next to the stream here. Low land and moving water equals cold. I'm like camping maybe 5-10 feet from the water. I'm not too worried about any water level issues because it's not supposed to rain until tomorrow. Luckily I got a decent sleeping bag, but it's only rated to about 32. But with the wool blanket, getting smoked out here. With the wool blanket that I put inside the sleeping bag to kind of give it an extra little boost, I was okay. I woke up a couple times from the cold. Ugh, I gotta get out the smoke. Woke up a couple times from the cold, but just rearranged things, got comfortable again. Old Jaeger dog didn't want to cuddle none. He's like, nah, I'm warm. He didn't need nothing. But I went ahead, I've been up for a couple hours, since like 7. Went ahead and made breakfast and coffee. Everything's drying off now after I cleaned it. Fire's kind of going back down a bit. Today the plan is to obviously get some more video, but maybe hike a little bit and see a couple other spots. I'm debating, do I stay in this spot again tonight, or do I want to drive to Dolly Sods, which is like another 20-30 minutes, I think. I want to get as much as I can out of this trip. And there's lots of good hiking here, but if I decide to hike, then I ain't getting to see Dolly Sods, because it'll be like an all-day thing, because these are big trails here. But I'll figure it out, see what we want to do. It's a beautiful morning. Not sure if you can hear it in the camera, but birds chirping all over the place up in the treetops. But yeah, so that's the plan, that's what's going on, and I guess that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Alright, see you later. What are you doing, Jaeger? What are you doing? Ain't that water cold? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Here, boy. There he is. Good boy. Good boy. Get over there and shake off. Yeah. Look at him. Good boy. There he goes. Wild dog. Hey, was doing a bit of exploring with Jaeger dog. Yeah. And found out that there's not just another fire ring, but there's a third one across the creek. So I'm gonna head over there and bring you along, kind of show you what it looks like. Over here is kind of camp area number 2, it looks like. Right there's where I'd put a tent, nice soft area. Over here is kind of like gravelly and then turns into rocks. There's the fire pit. We're gonna go over here towards that big boulder. You do have to cross the creek for this, obviously. Right there's our campsite. Gonna carefully, or as careful as I can, cross this while trying to film it. Yep. These rocks are slick and not all of them are solidly in there. Some of them are just kind of bouncing in there. Right there is where we want to get to. I'm not in my main hiking shoes. I'm in a pair of knockoff Vans, so if they get wet, oh well. Here we are. Another little spot for reference. Right there's where we just were, and over there's my tent. Decent spot. I don't see any. Right there's a leaning tree, but it's pretty blocked. I don't see any widow makers that would be of concern. Yeah, someone left the bottle. Not cool. Take your trash out. Whatever you bring in, take out with you. But there's a fire ring. And it looks like there's a decent little area over here. Probably set up another tent back in there if you want it. I looked earlier to see if it continued on, but unless you really want to clear some brush, it ends right there. But back this way. Come on, Jaeger. He's wild, I swear. He's only partially a trained dog sometimes. The other times he thinks he's just a wild animal. He walked over here with me earlier, so he kind of knows the whole deal. So right there, it's kind of a nice deep pool. Might be some fish in there. And then over here, get a better look up in the boulder while he plays in the water. Ain't that gorgeous? Look at all that. I would love to get down over there, but besides swimming or some serious bushwhacking, it's kind of inaccessible at the moment. And I am not feeling up to freezing cold water up to my waist or trying to clear a path through tons and tons of rhododendron. It sounds not fun. But the view is very pretty. Look at that. And just that little bit of a cascade there is enough to have the water roaring. Hey Stinky, you're all wet. You wanna come back up here? Alright, that's pretty much the whole deal. It's cool. I figured y'all would like to see it. I thought it was neat. I imagine in the summer when the water's not freezing cold, probably wade down through there and get to that other area pretty easy. But all right, I'm going to walk back over to my camp now. See ya. All right, so this right here and all of that and those and that, all of that, what that is sap from pine. You can also call it pine pitch. It is pretty useful. You can boil it down or melt it down in a pot, and it will render into a very sticky tar type of pitch that you can use as a glue, and it will dry and harden back to kind of how it is right now. It's excellent natural resource for any type of bushcrafting, whether you're trying to make a tool, a bow, arrows, or maybe like a quick fix for a tent or something like that if you don't have tape or other repair tools. I've also heard of people using it in the application of melting it down a little bit, not to where it's like scalding hot, but enough to where it's sticky, and then sealing small cuts. I'm sure it's probably fine. I would worry about infection personally, but you know, if the choice is adding this as a type of like band-aid or leaving an open sore, this might be a better option. So this is a cool little snippet. Yeah. All right, you ready? Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. So this is Table Rock Trail. Leads out to a pretty large overlook. It's a little bit more than a mile long, I believe. Should be worth the view at the end. Yeah, you're super excited. I have him on a leash right now because there's people at the head of the trail, so come on. Don't want to be rude. Come on. He's just interested in all the smells and potential trees to pee on. Look at that. That's pretty. Come. Feels good out today. Nice breeze, but the sun's warm. It's not sweltering, it's not humidity or humid. Just nice. Watch out. Whenever crossing logs, I always try to step on the log first, shake it a bit if I can, and give it a second just to see if there's any rattlers or any other type of snake underneath that needs a little bit of leeway. Oh, check this out. I don't think it's any good anymore, but that is some type of mushroom. Either, I think it's a stinkhorn. At first I thought it was a morel, but that's not a morel. I believe that's a type of stinkhorn right there. Not edible, but pretty cool. Alright, back up here. Come on. Hey, come on. Going on that side, right? Bubby, let's go. With me. Yeah. A little bit of an incline. Pretty out here. Got some low ferns growing around. Looks to be the remnants of some trillium flowers. Bunch of rhododendron, of course. Forest composition is different than when we was hike or camping. This is back to our hickory, oak, and maple, what I'm used to. Just with the added rhododendron and lots more moss. Usually, the other story I'm used to back in the western part of West Virginia is mostly multiflora rose, and then you get some greenbrier, thorns, and stuff like that. Occasionally you'll find a decent like pawpaw stand. Just taking our time and taking it in, conserving a bit of energy, watching our step. Pretty well maintained trail. You can see where people cleared logs off the trail, moved them to the side, sawed them. Considering this is not part of a state park, but part of the Monongahela National Forest, it's pleasant to see, honestly. Might be hard to see, but kind of in our surrounding area, there's a nice boulder field, and they're all moss covered. It's pretty. Jaeger, you gotta get back on this side. Back. That's interesting. Not sure if y'all heard that. Yeah, that was a Cooper's hawk, I believe. I don't see him anywhere though. He's around here. Still don't see him. I'm looking around the treetops. I think it's Cooper's hawk. I could be wrong. It could be potentially an eagle, but this doesn't necessarily scream eagle territory for me. I know it's not a red-tailed hawk. They have a much different cry. Hearing Eastern Phoebe singing. I'm pointing out these birds, but it's almost impossible to really do much for you guys. I can't really zoom in with this camera on a little tiny bird like that. Jaeger, stop. Stop it. Keeps on trying to drag me off the trail to sniff stuff. Come. Nice area covered in ground pine. Ground pine is actually, I believe, a type of moss, not actually an evergreen at all. Come. I'm glad I took my sweater and cap off. The sun is starting to beat down pretty good. It and moving has me breaking a little bit of a sweat. But there is a nice cool breeze and it's helping a lot. I am a little bit dehydrated from yesterday though. I didn't drink nearly enough water. We're gonna be alright though. I got water with me just whenever we need it. This part of the path looks cool. Oh, all kinds of fiddle heads. I think Jaeger has to do his business. Maybe. He's doing that. So these are immature ferns that haven't come into full grow yet, and these are usually edible. Now I'm not an expert, but there's only 3 kinds of ferns in West Virginia, and out of the 3, 2 of them are edible. So these may be edible. I believe they are. I believe these are probably ostrich ferns because they're bigger, but called fiddleheads because they curl up kind of like the end of a fiddle, or a fiddle's head. It's real cool to see them like that. Jaeger's pretty into it too, I guess. Yeah, fiddleheads. Potentially inedible. Alright, hook you back up. Back on my chest. Alright. With me. Gorgeous scenery out here. Trying to watch my step a bit. There are rocks all over the place. Rocks and roots. Perfect way to snap an ankle if you're not paying attention. And if you have a 50-pound husky trying to pull you in different directions, he forgets I'm the boss. He's the pup. Sled dog instincts. With me. With me. Not over there. Stay. Whew. Someone's built a little standing stone and what looks like a fire ring right beside it. Right out there, moss is covering the standing stone. I had to wipe sweat from my brow. Sun's beaming down a bit. Which I'm not sure if it's still the same because it got colder than it was supposed to last night. Like I said though earlier, that I think that's because I was in a low valley right beside some water. Woo! That made me jump a bit. We just jumped a grouse. Awesome. I don't think you caught that. You might have heard it. Yeah, it was a grouse like 10 feet off the trail and it took off. Awesome. I don't see him. Tell you what, I bet it's a male. And I cannot remember if it's their breeding season right now. But the males, what they do is when it is breeding season, they like to get on logs like this. If you see this log out here. And what they'll do is they'll thump their chest with their wings. And they, I don't want to say inflate, but they kind of have padding on their chest. That makes a big thumping sound where they pat their wings and attracts females. Kind of like a mating ritual. But that was definitely a grouse. Man, I wish I would have caught that on camera. Oh well. Couldn't have known. Take a look at this right here. It's a little mound. Now it might be natural, but honestly I don't think it is, because all the trees on top of it are very, very young, and there's just random stones placed all over it. I would bet that either A, that's like a dump pile from whenever they made the trail, or B, a very, very old grave for probably like a horse or mule, potentially Native American burial mound, but probably unlikely. Possible but unlikely. My guess would probably be a horse grave from like the 1800s, maybe early 1900s. You end up seeing a lot of that type of stuff when you're out in nature. Honestly, it's everywhere. Just forgotten. There's towns out in the woods that are just forgotten. All you see is the foundations left. Oop. About slid off a rock. We're going slow, Jaeger. This is rocky territory. The sun's beating down, so if I was a snake, I would want to be sunbathing on these rocks. Hopefully, there's no ticks out yet. Today's warm enough, but I haven't seen any. I don't like ticks at all. I don't like any bloodsuckers, but ticks in particular I dislike. And Jaeger, while he doesn't get a whole lot of them, when he does get them, they are hard to find because of that thick double coat of his. Not too long ago, a couple of friends of mine are married. One of their puppies got Lyme disease actually from a tick. So it's no joke. The dog survived, but it was a mess. Had to get him medicine and take care of him. He was having trouble walking, it was so bad. So we don't want that, do we, Bubby? Through the mud. Squish, squish. Back with me. I'm not sure how much further I got to go. Might just be halfway, I might be almost there. Hey, stick with me. Don't need to be trying to get in front. Got lost balance again. I ate decent last night with that pot roast I brought, but today all I had was a coffee and some oats, which was good, but not a whole lot of energy off of it. So whenever we get back from this, I think it's time to get some grub. Whew. Stay with me. Back. I think I'm going to stop the recording for a minute just to save some battery life. If anything cool happens, I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, I think we made it to Tabletop Rock, or Table Rock, sorry. Oh man, that was like an extra 20 to 30 minutes on the trail after I turned off the camera. And it was just a muddy, wet slog through there. Whew, I haven't gone over here yet. I'm just kind of standing here getting ready to take it in, catch my breath. But we're here, and I expect this to be nice from what I can see. So let's go. Let's go. Had to readjust the camera. Big old cracks in the rocks. Oh yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Immaculate. Come over here for a second. I think I see like a gravestone. To go around to get to it in a minute. Right now, I got a Jaeger who's trying to pull me into the cracks. Come on. That's it. Wow. Freaking amazing. Back up, Bobby. You get real close to that edge. Yeah. That's pretty fun. Wow. That's incredible. Sit, Bubby. No, no. Thank you. Oh, that was not the longest hike, but it wasn't the easiest one either. That mud really sucked. I look a bit haggard, huh? The Jaegers wore out too. Old muddy poles. Here in a minute, I'll take a break and get us some water. Look at all that. Incredible, right? All right, see you in a minute. got back to camp from our hike. It took it out of us. The trail was actually 2 miles long, 1.98, something like that. So 2 miles out, 2 miles back. It wasn't crazy terrain. There was a lot of rocks on the trail. Like, basically the trail went through rocks. It was a little bit up and downhill, but not like steep terrain. The worst part of it was the like 10-minute slog through slushy mud right before you got to the overlook. That was rough, but it was worth it for sure. The scenery was gorgeous. The overlook out there was just amazing. Plenty of footage of it, pictures and all that. Ugh, stretching out a bit. I got a little bit burnt, as you can probably see. The sun's just beaming down today. Crazy. It sucked a lot of energy out of both me and Jaeger. He's just laying there, trying to recuperate. Tomorrow, it is supposed to rain early in the morning. So now I'm kind of debating if I want to stay again tonight, or if I just want to relax for a bit, cook myself a good lunch, and then pack up and head out, which is kind of seeming better for me. If I do that, and I do it here soon, like it's only about 2 o'clock, I believe. I would have to eat quickly if I did it. I might be able to drive an extra hour down south and just stop at Dolly Sods. I wouldn't have a whole lot of time there to like really appreciate it. Well, no. Mosquitoes are out. Fun. Sitting here just debating on what I want to do. Right now, just sit here, drink a little bit of water, trying to recuperate some energy back. What do you think, bub? Just want to relax? I think that means yeah. Alright, well, for now, we're just going to relax. Kind of debate a little bit to myself about if we're going to stay or if we're going to go. But I'll let you know what's going to happen, so talk to you in a bit. Alright, well, I've decided. I went ahead and made myself a small lunch, relaxed, thought about it. I don't particularly want to get caught by the rain, and I just don't have enough time to drive to Dolly Sods today. So I went ahead and packed up camp. I cut it a little bit short. I was going to leave in the morning anyways. You know, it is what it is. I thoroughly enjoyed this trip. Definitely want to come back. As you can see, that's where the tent was, completely taken care of. Didn't leave nothing around. A little bit of wood left over. Just gotta take this last bit of stuff back up to the car. And that's it. That's a wrap. So definitely come back. It was awesome. Lots of nice people. Great area. Lots of things I didn't get to do that I still want to do. There's a ton. There's trails everywhere. multiple waterfalls. I didn't get to fish any. Just all kinds of cool stuff, and I definitely want to get to experience it. So maybe later, maybe in the summer, maybe. I don't want to make any promises, but we'll see. But that's it. We're heading home. That was fun. All right. Say goodbye, Jaeger. Say bye. Bye. Later, y'all.